Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, what was the topic we were discussing? Anyone? Hello? Yes, guys.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What was the topic we were discussing yesterday, the day before yesterday, the last class?
We are creating sync and block storage and the copy activities.
Uh,
We created sync storage and block storage and copy
the
activities.
okay. I think file count based on the file count based on the that is called that
Copy
is
files based on the file count, Samir.
yes. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Copy activity based on the file count. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, guys, I'll just brush it up once. So I'm using the case study again. The case study, everyone. The case study and the title of the case study, everyone. The title of the case study. Get file count. Get file count to make. Get file count to make dynamic execution. Get file count to make dynamic execution of copy activity. Copy activity. Get file count to make the dynamic execution of the copy activity. Okay. So guys, this is the title of the case study, and based on this, I'll just give you the specifications. Okay, guys. So I'll give you the specifications based on this. The source data store, the source data storage, the source data storage is Azure Blob Storage, and the containers. So today we'll discuss the containers here, because from the containers, each container has some different files. We have it. That is nothing but input one. I'm giving it input 2 as the second one. Okay, so input 2, and then I'm using the input 3. Everyone, input 3. And now, guys, sync data store. Everyone, sync data storage. Sync data storage. Sync data storage. So, guys, sync data storage. I'm using it as a Azure data lake, or else what I'll do, I'll make this one as the blob storage. Okay, blob storage, and this one I'll make it as a ADLS Gen 2, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Okay, guys. So now based on this, I wanted to even I wanted to define the containers here as well. So for that, I'm using the containers. The containers, I wanted to have it here as a output 1, comma, output 2, comma, output 3. So these are the specifications of the day we have it, guys. So here I'll explain you once again before we move ahead with the practical. As you have the, can you see here the source here, the source you have it here. So guys, here you have a source. So whereas guys, you have a source here, and this is a ADLS Gen 2, ADLS Gen 2, everyone. This is the source, and the source is the ADLS Gen 2, everyone. Okay. And then you have the target here, guys, the target, and the target is the okay, and the target here you have it as blob storage. As per the specifications only, I'm defining it blob storage. Okay, that is nothing but the Azure blob storage. Now guys, here you have it. let us say here you have it input container 1. So input container 1. So every container has some files. Am I right or not? So here we have, let us assume 2 files are there. In the same way, I have input container 2, input container 2. That is nothing but the input container 2, and this is the input container 1. We have it input container 1, and the second one is input container 2. And the input container 2 has some 4 files. And now let us use the input container 3, and this has some 0 files. No files are there. So now guys, what I wanted to do is I wanted to copy only those containers which consist of at least one file. I wanted to copy those containers. Getting my point? So now tell me how many containers we have it which has the files. Can you tell me guys how many containers are there which exactly has the files now?
2 containers we have exactly.
Yes, 2 containers we have it exactly which has the files. So what we do is we wanted to copy this 2 containers. So now, but now as a user, see, this source and sink is created in the real time by someone else. So how do you know that basically what is the content of each container? How can you find out? So because suppose this is created by me, you don't know about these containers, how many files I kept it. So I have to find out the containers. Am I right or not? Length of each container. That means what is basically the that is nothing but the content of each container I wanted to find out. So for that, we use a function here called length function. We use the function called what? Length function to find out the length of each container. So if I'm using in length of input 1, so what does it returns? Tell me now. If I'm using the length of input 1, guys, it returns what? Tell me now, guys. 2 files it will return. And now if I'm using the same function here, length of length of I'm using it length of input 2. So now tell me what is the number of count it returns? Tell me guys now, please, everyone.
4.
Very good. So here it returns the 4. If I'm applying the length of input 3, now tell me how many files does it returns now?
0 files.
0 files. So now guys, this is the way how you find out first of all the length of each container. Further to this, I wanted to process only those particular that is nothing but containers to copy to the sync system which has at least one file. So for that we will be using an operator. We'll be using what's that? An operator. Okay, we'll be using another that is nothing but the operator. That is nothing but another function. We can say equal to or not equal to function. We have to use the equal to. So here I'm using what's that? Suppose I'm using it here. Can you see here? I'm using the another function here. Suppose I'm using not equal of length. You see my point? Not equal of length, that is input, length of input. Okay, length of input comma 0. That means what? Tell me now. Can you see? That means not equals. If the length of input containers is not equal to 0, if the length of input container is not equal to 0, that means what is the condition becomes? The condition becomes what?
False.
True.
True. If it is true, then carry the copy activity.
Okay.
That's it. Now, in the same way, I'm using not equals for the next line. Not equals of. Can you see not equal of length? That is nothing but equal to 0. That means what? If the length of the container is not equal to 0, that means the condition is what? True. Na? Then carry the copy activity. In the third situation, again, I'm trialing up the same not equal of length. Okay, not equal of guys length here. Not equal of length comma 0. So now tell me, is it equal to now or not equal to? It is the condition is true or
He
false now?
returns false.
Yes, that means now it is
False.
equal to 0. That means false. So if it is false, don't carry the copy activity. Don't copy. That means, okay, don't copy. That means don't copy the same. That's it, guys. Clear now, everyone? So if it contains at least one file, then carry out the copy activity. If not, don't carry out. If the same condition, I'm trialing up with an equals function. See here, equal functions also I can use it here. Anyways, okay. So I'm using the equals function here, guys. Equals function. Just I am removing it. Not. Now tell me, what is the condition happens? What about the condition?
False.
Very good. Now tell me, is it equals to this one? Here you have it. No, false. If false, carry out the copy activity. Here in the second condition, is it false or true? False. Am I right? In the same way, third condition, it is true or false now this time? Yes,
True.
guys? True. So if it is true,
True.
don't carry out the copy activity. Getting my point? Don't carry out the copy activity in case of true here. That's it. Okay. In case of true, don't carry out the copy activity. So now this is nothing but the scenario we are looking into basically. Okay. So I'm trialing up two basic conditions here with the two basic, functions that is called as equals or non-equals and length. So length function I'm using to find out the container length, and equals I'm trialing up to process the input container. If it consists of at least one file, then carry out. If it does not consist at least of single file, don't carry out, don't copy that particular container into the sync system. Now, according to this, tell me how many containers are copied. Container input 1 and container input 2 will be copied, but input 3 will not be copied as it does not has any file now. Okay, now, so based on this, let us start with a case study. That is nothing but we'll start with the case study here. Okay, guys. So now I'm starting up the practical here. So, okay, guys, shall we begin the practical? Is it clear for everyone? Please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm starting up. So now, guys, let's open this. Now I'm opening up. So that's it. So start up this one.
Oh, Samir, we are still in the notepad.
Just a minute. I'm resharing the screen now.
Yeah.
Okay, now. So here, this is the browser I've opened already. So now, guys, let's trial up. See, here you have it, guys. Create the resource group as a regular process. We do it. So just create the resource group. So I'm just selecting the create tab here. Create, create blade. I'm just clicking on the create blade. So it is being created here. Now, guys, give the name. So I'm using file count RG. Okay, file count RG is the resource group name. Click on the review and again click on the create. So now it will deploy and create the that is a resource group. First of all, now the resource group is ready, perfectly fine. Now, guys, go ahead with this. Now start with what is that? Storage. So click on the storage. So as per the specifications, my storage is what? My storage, the source storage is the Azure Data Lake Gen 2. So just click on this. Click on this create blade and create the storage account. So, guys, when you create the storage account, everyone just select it here. Okay, now give the name here. So I'm using the name here as a source file count. Source file count. Okay, source file count. Source file count. Everyone just have a look. And I wanted to, guys, source file count 1. So here I wanted to make this one as a Gen 2. So click on the advanced tab and select the enable hierarchical namespace to make this a Gen 2. So click on the review, guys. Again, click on the create. So now it is created. Can you see here? It is created now. it is deploying. So leave it as it is. Now click on the second one and now click the storage. So the second storage, that is the sync storage, is the blob storage. So hence we have to create it. Click on the create blade. Click on the create blade. And once we click on the create blade, guys, everyone, so we have to simply name the contain that is the storage account, nothing else. So I'm using sync file count 1. So as it is a blob, need not select the enable hierarchical namespace. And now, guys, can you see here? Click on the create. That's it, guys. And now you have it here. Leave it. It's deploying now. Now it's deploying. So go to the data factory and start the data factory also. I'm just opening the data factory, guys. And now click on the create tab. Click on the create tab, guys. So, guys, here I have it. Okay. What's that? Select it here as it is. And now I wanted to give it as a instance name for my data factory. Instance, file count, file count, file count, file count based on file count based on the that is nothing but file count, okay, based on the containers or file count. Okay, file count copy. File count copy is the that is nothing but the data factory name. I wanted to use it here. Click on the review. And now, guys, again, just click on the review and create. That's it now. It's fine now. It's created. That's it, guys, now. Okay. Now, guys, the source is ready here. Click on this open, go to resource. And now, guys, click on this, go to resource. And now from the left blade, click on the containers, everyone. Click on that container. Okay, click on the container. And now, guys, click on the new container. And now once you click on the new container, use the input 1. Input 1. And now I wanted the second one as the input 2. And now, guys, then afterwards, click on the input 3. Input 3, that's it. So totally I have created here, totally I have created 3 containers here, guys. Input 1, input 2, and input 3. So now go and upload some files into the input 1. So for that, click on the upload. And now, guys, as per this case study, I will upload only 2 files because of the, the specifications we have already given here. Okay. So, guys, I'm just going here. Select it here, data files. And now I'm selecting this. Countries and airlines and countries. These are the 2 files I wanted to select it and click on the upload, guys. As it is, click on the upload. And now once the uploading is done, can you see here? The uploading is done finally. And now click on the next one, sync storage. Sorry, click on the another container here. And now I want the second input container. And the second input container, let us upload it with some 4 files. So for that, click on this upload, guys. Sorry, browse. Before the upload, you have to use the browse. So I'm using the sales, routes, planes, and movies. 4 files I'm using it. Click on open. Click on the upload, guys. Now it is uploaded. Okay. Everyone just have a look on this. It's uploaded, successfully uploaded now. That's it, guys. Now next, after this, again you have a container. So go to this container, input 3, and let it be as it is, empty here. Okay. So now that's it. Now go to the sync and open the sync and leave it as it is. Don't create any containers here. I wanted to create the containers at the runtime. At the runtime, I wanted to create the containers. Hence, don't create any containers here. So leave it as it is. That is the output container. Now, guys, the source containers and sync container information, I wanted to record in an external file called config file. I wanted to record the source and sync containers information into an external file called config file. So for that, we have already done in the last class. Just I will show you once again, guys. Just I'm sharing the screen once again, the desktop. So can you see here? Here I have a config file. So you know how to create a config file. Yes, guys? All of you know how to create a config file? Yes, guys?
Sir, please refresh again.
Okay, I'll repeat. No problem. So just select it here. I'm deleting this. Now, guys, I will create a config file as well here. So just go back. Now, can you see here? Just open a notepad file here. Just run a notepad as it is. Simple way to create it. Notepad. Simple way. So just click on the notepad and open the notepad now. So here write the source and sync information. So here you can write it as a source folder. You can write it, or else source container also you can write it. So I'm writing anyways better for understanding purpose. So source container, comma, sync containers. Source container and sync container. Tell me now, what are the source containers I have it? I have the source container as input 1, comma, sync container I wanted as output 1. Input 2, comma, output 2.
Sir, sir, how to open Notepad in Azure storage?
I've not opened this notepad in the Azure storage, ma. I've just compiled here, just run. You have a this thing is there, na, run. I've compiled it from here, notepad normal. Open it normally. It's not related to the Azure now. Input 3 and output 3. Input 3 and output 3. Now go to the save option, save. And now where you want to save it, just click on the save. So guys, on the desktop, I wanted to create, guys, everyone, I wanted to create a subfolder. So I'm just creating a subfolder here. So create a new folder. Everyone just click on this, create a new folder. And now select a folder here. So give the folder name as what's that? Config folder. What's it I want? Config. I want to give the config folder. Open this. Under this config folder, I wanted to create this file. So config dot CSV. I wanted to save it in the format called CSV. As you wanted to save it in the CSV, just put it in the double quotes as it is. And now select it here, all files. That's it, guys. Now under this, save it. Now go back. Can you see here? Everyone, there is a container called, that is a file called, that is config is created under this. Can you see here? I have a CSV file. So now open this. Now, can you see here? Did you get the information here totally? The source container and the sync container information is here or not, everyone? Yes, guys? Huh?
Yes, sir.
So now let's go ahead. So don't save it, leave it as it is. And now close this one. I don't require it anymore. So now, guys, come back to this Azure portal. Now here, create one more container called config container and map it to the same config. So I'm using the config. So config. See here, click on the create. So that's it now. And now open this and upload it. Upload the same file here, whatever the file you have created. So browse it. I have created on the desktop. So hence I'm going back to the desktop here. So on the desktop, I have a config folder is there. Under this config folder, I have a file called config file. So attach it, upload it as it is. That's it, guys. Now it is uploaded. So now here, this file has a complete information related to the source and sync system. Now we are going to work on this file. I'm just opening it for your clarity here. Can you see? So now here, the config file consists of information about the source and sync container. Okay, so it consists of the information of the source and sync containers as it is. Config file consists the information about the source and sync container. Okay, guys, everyone. So now, guys, go back Now start up the data factory. Now go to this data factory and start up. That's it. I'm starting the process now. The actual process now we are starting up. How to move further. Okay. Now, guys, just tab it here and start the manage. Now, tell me how many linked services do we require it? Everyone, tell me now. Yeah,
Two.
two link services. So one for the source and one for the target. The source is what? Gen 2. So select the Gen 2 here, Gen 2 storage, and use it here. The link service ls underscore adls underscore Gen 2 underscore source. That's it, guys. Source, I'm using it. Select the subscription ID, you have it. And now select the storage. So you have what's that? Source file count, and click on the test connections. And once you click on the test connections, click on the create. That's it, guys. Now this is ready. So after this, create one more link service, everyone. Click on the one more linked service. So now create a blob storage, because the sync system is the blob storage. I wanted to create a link service for the blob storage here. So here select it, ls underscore blob underscore so sync. Now, guys, select it here as it is. Select the sync file count. Test connections. That's it, guys. Now it's ready. Guys, everyone. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Now this is ready. So further, what you have to do is we have to develop the data sets. So for that, go to the author. But generally, when you work in the real time, it is not recommended to develop a data set prior developing of a pipeline. It is always advised to develop a data set while developing a pipeline, because in the runtime, how many data sets do we require to create? Generally, we don't require to create only two, one for source data set, one for sync data set. You may require more than one also. For that, generally what we do is, it is recommended not to create a data set before. But if the process is simple, I'm just creating it prior. But now we will create it today into the pipeline. So now create a new pipeline. So first of all, under the pipeline only, I will design the data sets. So is it possible to create a data set in a pipeline, guys? Yes.
Yes.
So now I'm using the pl underscore file count. That's it. Now, guys, use now first one. So let's start up here. Now, guys, now here you have it, everyone. Now tell me, everyone. Now, guys, everyone tell me. So here you have it. Okay. So here you have it, other things. What I wanted to do is, first of all, I wanted to look upon, guys, everyone, I wanted to look up on source and sync information. That means if you start the development first of all, so as an ADF engineer, you're developing the pipeline. Am I right? So at the time, so actual job, you will start from here only. So now you don't know who created this, how it is created, how many containers are there, what are the sync containers, what are the source containers, you don't know exactly. Now I wanted to first of all find out what are all the information you have in the source and sync, source and sync. Tell me now how to find out the source and sync information. For that, we have already created one file called config.csv file, which is there in a container called config container. Am I right or not? Yes, guys. So for that, we will use a lookup activity, and we will look on the config container. We will look on the config container. So for that, I'm using config. Sorry, I'm going to use the lookup on. Can you see here? Lookup on source. Can you see here? lookup on the source container that is called a gen2 and on the file called config file to get the entire information about the source and sync system. So now guys, I'm designing up here. Everyone, I'm designing up here the name of my lookup. So lookup name it itself should that is give you a meaningful understanding why I'm designing this lookup. So I'm using lkp underscore config. That means what? Lookup on config container. Lookup on config container. And where is the config container is there? In the source. Am I right? In the source. My source is what? My source is the ADLS Gen2. So I want to look up on that. So now guys, I'm using the config dot same. So now let's go to the settings after this. And now there is no data set. So remove this option. First row only means it will read only the first row, guys. Anyways, let it be for the time being. There is no data sets now. So create one data set of here. So now it is on the Gen2. It is on the Gen2. Select this Gen2 here as it is. CSV file you have it. And now give the data set name ds underscore config. So underscore, this hyphen is not supported. Underscore. Now see, select here. Now guys, first row as the header. Now guys, browse it. Config folder. Under this, select the file. So now config folder under this config.csv. Click on this. Now guys, before you run, you can also preview it. So preview here. It is giving only input one and output one. Why? Yes, guys. Why it's giving input one and output one?
Remove first row only.
Yes. So here from the general, can you see here you have an option called first row only. Remove it. So now you will get it all. See here, all the information. See here, input one, input two, input three, output one, output two, output three. That's it, guys. So that's it now till here. So fine now. Now just debug it now. Till here you debug it because the output of the lookup I wanted to pass as an input to the further activities. Okay. What are the further activities we have to design? Let us see. First of all, let's get the output of the outputs of the same. Now it's ready. So just go to this output. Can you see here? Copy this output just for the reference purpose output. Copy this. Only till here you copy this. Further you don't require it. Copy this and now close it. And now paste it here in the notepad file which you have already created. Guys, everyone. Now I'm using output of lookup on config folder. Output of lookup on config folder. See here, guys, everyone. Fine. Yes, guys, everyone is clear with the concept now? Now it is there. Ready? So now, guys, everything is ready now. Now, guys, further to this, the lookup activity. Okay, we have already designed the lookup activity. Can you share? Okay, so let's do one thing now. Further to this, guys, further to this, let's use, can you see here? Now tell me, according to this, just go back, just go to this one. You will find out what? Tell me now. Input one, what is it I want? Input one, I'm using it as a length. Length of input one, length of input two, length of input three. So I'm processing it. How? It is one by one I'm processing it. Checking one by one or not? Tell me now, guys.
One by one.
One by one I'm checking it. That means I wanted to check each container individually or not? Do we require to check each container individually or not? Regarding the length and regarding the equality or non-equality. Am I right or not? So that means you have 3 items here. How many items can you see here?
Three.
3 items. That is input 1, output 1, input 2, output 2, input 3, and output 3. So I have 3 items here. How many items are there, guys?
3 items.
3 items. And these items I wanted to pass as an input. Pass as an input for what? Input for each. I wanted to pass it for each. Okay, so now use an each. That means one after the other. So that means one after the other, or parallelly also you can process it. That's different matter. So just I'm using the next activity as for each activity. Just drag and drop, because I have 3 items: input 1, input 2, and input 3. So now guys, can you see here? New container is designed. Okay, leave it as it is. Now select it here, link up both of them. That means the output of the lookup is passing to as an input to the each for each. Can you see here? I'm passing off the can you see here? The passing of, can you see here, everyone? Can you see here? I'm passing, can you see here? I'm passing the output of lookup activity as an input for each. That means how many items will you process? One after the other. Input 1, output 1, input 2, output 2, input 3, output 3. Am I right or not? So now
Yes.
can you see here? Here we have it. So now just select it here, the settings. Now you can process it sequentially or concurrently. That means one by one, or in a batch mode also you can process it. That means all 3 of them, input 1, input 2, input 3, process it at a stretch. But when you have very large amount of massive amount of data, it will take very much time. So it is generally, if you have a massive amount of data, you can go for each, not as a batch mode. You can create, okay, one after the other, we can go it here. So we let us select the sequential here. Select the sequential. So put it here. It can see here. Can you see here? We can also execute it in batches. That is different. But here, okay. So now, so just give it here, everyone. Select, can you see here? Now, guys, select it, put the control here, items, add dynamic contents, everyone. Click on add dynamic contents. Now, guys, tell me now, the for each is receiving the output from where? From the lookup, na? So just select it here. Lookup, that means activity, your activity lookup. Can you see here? Activity lookup is returning the output dot, what is that I want? Value, output dot value. Value means what? Can you see here, guys? Value means this is the value. Value means what, guys? Value means source container and sink container. That's it. So now select it here as it is. Click on OK. Okay. That means the for each is receiving 3 items from lookup. That means input 1, source container and sink container. Source container and sink container. Source container and sink container. Those are what? Input 1, output 1, input 2, output 2, input 3, output 3. Yeah, okay. That's it. Further to this, go inside for each now. Go inside for each. Can you see the pencil icon is there, everyone? There is a pencil icon. Click on this pencil icon and go inside for each. Can you see here? Go inside for each, guys. Go inside for each, everyone. After going inside for each, can you see here? Now, what is that I wanted to do is, now can you see here? I wanted to, first of all, now, after getting it inside the for each, so in for each is receiving how many items? Tell me now.
3.
3 items. What are those items? Yes, what are those items?
Put 1, out 1, input 2.
Yes,
Output 2. Yeah.
exactly. Input 1, output 1, input 2, output 2, input 3, output 3. Now, I wanted the metadata. I wanted the metadata of each container. Metadata means what, guys? Metadata means what? Yes, guys, metadata means what? You are constructing a building, everyone. So the building is constructed based on the architecture given for the building or not? We call it as a map in rough words. Yes, we give the rough words. That is nothing but that is a match. That is nothing but, can you see here? What should we, that is based on the elevation of the building and based on the plan of the building given by the architect, we construct the building. Am I right or not? Yes. So now I wanted to find out the same structure of the container, So for that, I'm using an activity called, can you see here, get metadata activity. Get metadata. Inside for each, place the get metadata activity. Guys, everyone, place the get metadata activity. Now, if you want, you can give the complete name. So with the name itself, you should understand why you are giving this get metadata underscore container. That means folder or container, anything you can use it. Okay, folder also you can use it. Get metadata folder. Okay, get metadata folder. That's it, guys. Now go to the settings now. Again, the data set is required now. See how many data sets I'm creating. Already one I have created for the lookup. Now I'm creating one more data set. So now, guys, click on this data set, click on the new. Now I wanted to create a data set on this. Obviously, the Gen 2 storage. So select it here, Gen 2. Select it and select file type is CSV. So now delimited text and now give the name of the data set. So I'm giving a DS underscore. Can you see here? I want to get the child items. Get child items means what? Child item means what, guys? Child items. Child underscore get child underscore items. Now tell me, just a minute, I'm going here. The folder is like a input one is like a parent. Am I right or not? Hello.
Yes.
This is like
Yes.
a parent. Input one is like a parent. So under this parent called input one, how many childs I have it?
One.
Huh?
2.
Yes, two child. In the same way, I have input 2 as a parent. In this parent, how many child are there? Can you tell me, guys? Huh? 4. Am I right? So now, guys, to get the child items, I'm designing it here. Okay. So get child items, select the same ADLS Gen 2, first was the header. Now I wanted to parameterize both the containers here. Parameterize the container and as well as I wanted to parameterize the file name also. Files and directory, everything I want to parameterize it. So now just put the control here, everyone. Yeah, I want to have it. There's nothing but click on OK. Now, guys, from the factory resource pen, just to do one thing, go to this. Can you see here? So, or else just a minute. Can you see here? Now, guys, just to open this data set from the factory resource pen, go to the get child items. Now, guys, how to parameterize it? Tell me now, guys. How to parameterize it now? Go to the parameters. Can somebody tell me what type of parameters I'm designing it right now? What is the level of parameters? These
Data
are
set.
very good. These are called as data set parameters. Yes, exactly. So click on this new, give it what's it? DS underscore src container. src can you see here? DS underscore src container underscore param. That's it. First container. That's it. Put the control. Keep the cursor in the file. That is nothing but file system here. That means I want to parameterize the container, add dynamic contents, and now select it here. See, DS means what? Data set level parameter. Now you are going to get containers. That means input 1, input 2, input 3. Likewise, I am going to get it. One after the other. More dynamically, I'll get it. After setting the same parameter, go to the pipeline now. Can you see here? Observe here, everyone. It is asking for the value. I can hard code it. Input 1, input 2, input 3. I can hard code it here, but I will not hard code it. Getting my point? I will not hard code it now. Okay. So I'm just not I'm not hard coding it. I'm just put the control here, add dynamic contents. Now for each, that means item dot item dot. What's that I'm using? Item dot what? Source containers. Am I right or not? Item dot source container. That means source container means automatically input 1, input 2, input 3 will come. Am I right? Dynamically it will come. Am I right? Everyone is following? Please, guys.
Yes.
I want to respond, ma'am. Please, everyone. See? Click on OK. That's it now. Item dot source container means what? It will get the value. So here I have defined it, guys, everyone. At the data set level, I have parameterized it. How to get it here? I want to get it here because I have 3 containers now. Input 1, input 2, input 3. Instead of getting it manually, because at a one, if you don't create this parameter, you have to create 3 data sets now. Am I right or not? Everyone, I require to create how many data sets? 3 data sets I require to create. Why? Because yes, guys, I require to create 3 data sets. One for the input 1, one for the input 2, one for the input 3. Am I right or not?
Yes.
To avoid that, I'm parameterizing it. To avoid that, I'm parameterizing it. And hence, the parameter value of this particular container, right, guys, I'm just giving it you. I'm just giving it here in the pipeline. So how it item dot source container. That's it, guys. So now just click on OK. Now, guys, do one thing. So select the, what is it I wanted to get it from this? From the input 1, input 2, input 3. I want to get what? Child items. Child items means number of files. So select it here. Child items. From the field list, click on new field list. Field list is I want to as what? Child items. I want what? A child items. So now, guys, still here you debug it now. You'll come to the see one after the other it will process. Just to see it. Everyone, just have a look on this. See here, lookup is succeeded, and now it's for each is running and going to the metadata, and metadata is returning the output now. See, now everything is ready. See here, everyone, just open this. Can you see here? Do you have any child items? There is no child items here. The input 3 it says. Check the child items here. Do you have a child items? Child items are movies, sales, planes, and routes. Am I right? Check the child items here. Airlines, countries, CSV. Am I right, everyone?
Yes.
This is how you get it. So let us copy the output of this one also. For reference purpose, I will just copy it. Just to copy it for reference purpose. And put it into this notepad file as it is. I'm giving it here. Okay. Output of get metadata. Get metadata. Output of that's it, guys. Can you see here? Go here. Everyone, just go. Now, guys, select, put the control, go inside for each now. Now, can you see it? Now, I wanted to provide all the child items, guys, everyone. So I want to provide all the child items to the if condition here. That means if condition. If condition, I can use it. If condition, select it. If true, one condition. If false, another condition. Am I right or not? Huh? So now relate both of them. So now I have to write the condition. Put select it. Keep the cursor in the expression box. Okay. Consider activities and now write it expression box and click on the add dynamic contents and write it here. Write it here, everyone. So what's it I want? I want the same applied. There is a function called equal function. Equals. So just select it here functions. Now in the functions you have what's it? Logical functions, I think. So equals, can you see here? Returns if two values are equal for each. If parameter 1 is 4 and the following expressions would return the true. Equal pipeline parameters. Okay. So select it here, everyone. Equals. Anyways, can you see here? Equals of. I want another function here. What is another function? I want to use another function as what? Length function. LEN. Yeah, length function. So put the control here inside this one and use a length function. Now, guys, that's it. So outputs, click here. What's it? Now, tell me equals of length of what? Get metadata. You have to use what's that? Get metadata. Can you see here? Get metadata folder dot output. Get metadata folder dot output. Okay. Output dot. Very good. I output a dot. Now, guys, output dot, what is that I want? Tell me the child items. Am I right, everyone? So guys, what's the problem now? Length of equals length of activity get metadata folder dot output. So now, guys, so use it here, comma 0. Can you see now? Got it, everyone? This is the first argument and this is the second argument. Getting my point? Comma 0. Same what I explained you here. Same thing I'm using it here. Okay, guys. But instead of this, what I'm using? Equals. I'm using the equals function here. I'm using the functions called what? Equals function here. That's it. Click on OK. Click on OK, everyone. That's it now. Now returns go. This is the thing we have it. So see, if true means what? What you have to do? Can you see here? So go inside true or go inside the equals now. Go inside the false now. Go inside the false and now keep the copy activity here. Copy activity. Drag and drop the copy activity. If false, carry out the copy activity. As usual, same. You configure the source and sync, and the source is what's that? Gen2. You have it selected the Gen2, everyone. Now source select the Gen2, and here you have it the delimited file, and give the name of the data set as it is. You have to use it. DS underscore source. Select the link service. Now you need to parameterize the containers here. Okay, put the control here. Again, put the control. Okay, container we have to parameterize it. Okay, so because you have to get the containers dynamically, click on OK. Now open this data set directly, or else you can directly go for here also. From the factory resource pen, you can open this. Click on the new. Now, guys, give the parameter name. What's the parameter I want to give it? DS underscore SRC container. underscore param. Now go to the connections immediately after that, put the control here, add dynamic contents, and now select it here as it is. Click on OK, guys. Now your parameters it. Now you will get it one after the other. Okay. That's it, guys. So can you see here? That is fine now. Now, guys. Now, guys, can you see here? Go to the pipeline. See here, the value you have it, everyone. Okay. Whatever the parameter you have given, the parameter is demanding for the value. So put the control and add dynamic content. Now, from where you'll get this value? Tell me now. You're getting this value from where? Yes. You'll get it from what? Get metadata. If is getting the value from what? Get metadata. But actually, it is getting the value from what? Can you see here? Lookup, because the get metadata gives the output only the child items. So we have to select what is that? I want to parameter. So just to select the lookup here. So select what's it? So okay, no problem. For each I'll do it. Not lookup is not required for each. So for each I'm using it at the rate item. Directly I'm hard coding it at the rate item dot source container. Item dot source container. For each I'm taking up because for each is having same now, but the get metadata will get only the child items. I don't want that. So I'm using select it here as it is. Put the control source container. Click OK, everyone. Now, guys, click OK. And now, guys, select the wildcard file path because your multiple files are there, everyone. Multiple files are there. So hence select it here. So now that's it, guys. Once you have done with this, that's it. Okay. And see here the same. First was the header you've selected. That's it, guys. Now go to the sync system. So click on this new, and the sync is the blob as it is. You have the blob, select the blob, and now this delimited file, and now give ds underscore sync. That's it, guys. Select it here. First row as the header. Click on OK. That's it, guys. Now it's done. So now go to the sync data set and start parameterizing it because it receives also the value in the this way now, that is in the through parameters only. Click on the new parameter. So now I'm using the parameter. What's that? ds underscore. Okay, ds underscore. I want what's it? ds underscore sync underscore container. That's it. Okay. Select the connections. Put the control here. Add dynamic contents. And now select the connections. That's it. Click OK. That's it, guys. Once you define the same, once you define the parameter, go to the pipeline here. In the sync system, you're asking for the value. Put the control, add the value here. Now tell me, what's it? Same. So can you see here? So now, guys, after this, what is it you have to tell me now? Everyone. Just put the control. Now here also same item dot at the rate item dot. Now this time you have to select because your sync system you're designing now. Item dot sync container. That means output 1, output 2, and output 3. So now it will check. Now it will check one by one. That means what? So that's it. Here in the true, in the false, you have used it here. Okay. So now go inside for each now. That is in the true, no activities. Just I'm for the namesake, I'm using a wait activity. Not any is the thing is required, but simply I'm using instead of this wait activity. So go to the settings. Default wait time is 1. So I'm giving it as a 5 seconds. That's it, 5 seconds. That's it. Don't execute anything. Okay. That's it, guys. Now debug, guys. Finished. So guys, this is the thing we have it. So let's just wait. Now all the activities are executed one after the other here. Okay. Everyone is following, guys. Please answer my question. Please. Hello.
Yeah.
See. See here, all the activities are being executed one after the other. Fine, everyone. Everything is done now. Now go to the sync here. Refresh it. See, how many are copied, guys? Everyone. Output 1 and output 2. Am I right? Output, yeah, 2 files. Output 2, 4 files. Okay. Clear, everyone? Yes, guys. Hello. I want an answer, ma, please.
Yes.
That's it, guys. Okay, for the day. And now I'm stopping up the class here. And we'll continue again on Monday. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm stopping the class. Monday, same 6:30 will start. Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.